This is a video by Richmond. Today we're working on a Dodge Dakota. This happens to be a 2003 model. And the thing we're working on is a very common problem on pickup trucks in the Salt Belt. The rear leaf spring shackle rusts away. As you can see on this one right here, there's nothing left. So we got to replace it. And the first thing we got to do that is we want to get a jack underneath the third member, jack up the truck, and we got jack stands, if you can see them there, right there, on the frame in front of the front spring perch. So now we have the vehicle up in the air. You can see that this right tire is just barely off the ground, and our left tire here is on the ground right now. So what that does is gives us some play here so we can put our new shackle in there. Now I've already loosened all the bolts. Actually, there's just 2 bolts here, and they weren't that easy. Typical of the Rust Belt here. What I did is loosen the nut. I loosened that. Now this nut right here is a 21. What I did is that bolt in there is all gummed up, so I kept spraying penetrating oil right in here like this, and then got the impact on it like such, and of course, and that's what it did. It kept moving around the this part of the shackle. So what I did is I put a pipe wrench on there to keep it from spinning around, and what that enabled me to do was to, you can see that the bolt just freed up in there, and I kept spraying it, and out she came. Okay, so that's the top one. And the bottom one right here is a little bit more accessible. So what we did is we got our impact on the bottom, and now the other end of the bolt is a T55, so you'll need that. So use the impact there to get that nut off. That came off like that. Here's a piece of the old broken shackle. And then we did the same thing. Put our socket in there with the T55. Spin that around. Kept spraying it. And then finally it loosened up. And that's the bottom bolt right there. All right, so we got all the parts out we need to. Now all we have to do is install our new shackle. So what we'll do is we'll slide it up here, put our bolt through, we're going to do is just put our nut on, finger tight. Now we got the jack underneath the chuck right now, so we're going to jack it up and line our spring up. Okay, I got my bolt ready. Where's the nut? Nut's right here. There we go. Make sure you get the shackle in the right way. What you can do is look at the other side and make sure you get it in the correct location. Now all we have to do is lower the vehicle down and tighten those nuts. They're about 120 foot-pounds on those nuts. Alright, we got the truck down the ground and we're just about finishing up tightening our shackles. Okay. You gotta hold one end with your Torx. And we're just about there. Remember, that's 120 foot-pounds. There it is. I already tightened the top one. So that's it. Those shackles are in there. And that's all there is to installing a rear leaf spring shackle on your Dodge Dakota.